And that brings me to my coach of the year so far. Jim Harbaugh is going to go from winning a national championship at Michigan. Congratulations to Michigan over Ohio State yesterday. That was the shock of the day. That might be the upset of the year. What were they, like 23-point dogs at Columbus at the shoe? They put the shoe right in Ohio State's butt, 13-10. What a defensive masterpiece that was against Will Howard and company. And by the way, I got no problem with Ohio State fighting back when they tried to plant the flag. Baker Mayfield, my Oklahoma Sooner, got away with planting the flag because it was a sneak attack. They didn't see it coming, but they saw this one coming and they fought back and they threw some punches. I'm fine with that. You got to defend your home turf when somebody's trying to plant a flag. Jim Harbaugh has gone from Michigan. Sharon Moore had a big day yesterday, but he's gone from Michigan and completely changed the culture with the sorry-ass Los Angeles Chargers, who went to Atlanta and won a game today in which they were pretty pathetic on offense. I'm not a big Justin Herbert fan. I know Jim's trying to rebuild his confidence and talk him into being something that he's really not. But they were they were pretty pathetic today on offense. They had 56 yards rushing. They got out yardaged 350 to 187. So they had 187 total yards, and they won the game 17-13 because Kirk Cousins threw 4 interceptions. But before I get to him, congratulations to Jim Harbaugh. They're 8-4. I picked them before the year to make the playoffs as an outside, out-of-nowhere team, and they're on the way toward making the playoffs. I also picked the Bears in the NFC to be that out-of-the-blue playoff team to get in, that would eke into the back door, and they keep losing close games. So they're not going to make it. So I was wrong about that, but I was right about Jim Harbaugh. And I've been right about Kirk Cousins from day one. He is what he's not. He's a flimsy scarecrow in the pocket. I've said it from day one. Dallas had owned Kirk Cousins when he was in Washington. He has made more bogus money than any player in pro football history. He's made, as he finishes this deal just this year, he's made the 6th most money of anybody in pro football history. Number 1 on that list is Aaron Rodgers. And I can make a case that he's fraudulent too on overpaid, but at least he's won, what has he won, Tyler? 3 MVPs, Aaron? I think he's won 3 MVPs. So Kirk's never sniffed an MVP, but people keep saying, oh, look what Kirk Cousins did against them and against them. 4 MVPs he's won. Well, so I can't argue with highest paid player ever in career earnings, but Kirk Cousins, people just keep getting fooled, getting sucked in by Kirk Cousins' occasional great games. And when you most need him, he's never there for you. It looks like his helmet's way too big for him. It looks like he's some little kid in the pocket. Just a scarecrow, just falls apart, unravels, comes unglued. They got a home game with a chance to seize the division. They've already beaten the Bucs twice, so they got that going for them. And he throws 4 picks, and the worst one came late when he runs around and tries to float a ball into the back of the end zone. I think it was Derwin James, just picked it off, put it in his back pocket, and it was just a crusher for the Atlanta Falcons. And now the fans are chanting for the rookie quarterback. And Michael Penix Jr., I like him. He had a hard time in that playoff game. Whew. Against Michigan, he got the you-know-what kicked out of him. But the point is, would I like to see him? Well, they're still hanging in. They're not going to replace Kirk Cousins because I said it was wrong from the start, but it's all they got. They can't throw the rookie and it'll look like they're giving up the season when you can argue that might save the season. But they're not going to replace Kirk Cousins because he occasionally does some pretty good things. Well, guess what he's done now? Thanks to those 4 interceptions today, he's 17 touchdowns for the year to 13 interceptions. That leads pro football, 13 interceptions. If you throw in the 2 lost fumbles, he has 15 giveaways. That leads pro football. That is the definition of Kirk Cousins. He will throw it to you or hand it to you at the most or least opportune times for the team he's playing for, be it the old team in Washington, the Minnesota Vikings, or now the Atlanta Falcons. Baker Mayfield was available, and I just said, I'm a Baker fan. And I said, hey, you guys in Atlanta, you should just go get Baker because you do double jeopardy. You could cripple Tampa Bay. If you're going to give somebody that much money that you gave Kirk Cousins, what was it, $50 million? Didn't they give him? They gave him, it was twice 50 for $100 million guaranteed. $50 million for Kirk. You're kidding me. It's insanity, and you paid for it today. You paid for it. He killed you today, and he will continue to kill you down the stretch because he's just not that guy. He's a good guy, nice guy, religious guy. I like him a lot, but you like that, Atlanta? You like that? Seriously? I've just never liked him, and today did not surprise me a bit, and I am rooting for Baker and company to now go ahead and win the division. They're going to have to win it without a tiebreaker, obviously, because they've already lost the tiebreaker to, of all people, Kirk Cousins. And he did beat Philly in Philly on that, was it a Monday night game? When Saquon dropped that pass. It was just a little pop pass into the flat on a 3rd and short, and if he catches it, the game it's over. If he catches it and runs for the first down, it wouldn't matter if he scored or not. The game is over. And they gave Kirk Cousins a little time, and he's been weirdly clutch at weird moments when you least expect it. But when you also least expect it, he will give the ball to the other team right on schedule.